All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video as we take a look at one of my favorite prospects that I've watched this week, a receiver from Utah State by the name of Jaylen Royals. We'll talk a little bit about Jaylen coming up next. But first, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out. They're in Emeryville. They're in Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. We're also brought to you by Sharp Corners Sports Cards and Collectibles. They're at 205 Cypress Avenue in Pacific Grove, California, along the Monterey Peninsula. Call Anthony Catania. He's at 831-521-5264. And this video is also brought to you by our friends at Aura. And we'll have a word from Aura in just a moment. All right, let's talk a little bit about one of the sleeper players in the upcoming NFL draft, and that is Jaylen Royals from Utah State. And he's a really interesting player. He had 0 receiving yards in 2022, and then he exploded with over 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns in 2023. He was tied for the fastest 10-yard split at the NFL Combine. 6 feet, 205-pound receiver, 4.42 speed. He's not just a quick receiver. He's very polished. He's a polished, experienced receiver. And what makes him really special isn't just the stats. It's really how he's gone about earning these stats. We're talking about a player who recorded the second most touchdowns in the entire nation. And he didn't just go up against bad competition. He went up against, some good teams, went up against Boise State. He torched them for 9 catches for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns. 9 catches for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns. The guy is really, really good. He had a recent foot injury that might cause him to slide in the draft, but man, if he can get with a team that has a good passing offense, watch out. He is really a good player. He was one of 5 FBS wide receivers to average 3+ yards per route run and 7.5+ yards of yak per reception in 2024. As far as what would that look like if you took his took his thing and took his production and extrapolated it over a 12-game pace, we're talking about 94 receptions, 1,438 receiving yards, and 10 touchdowns. He's also 1 year removed from scoring 15 touchdowns. 6 feet, as I said, a little bit over 200 pounds, averaged 3 yards per route run, was on pace for 29 missed tackles forced. The only wide receiver who has more is Luther Burden III, who forced 30 missed tackles. So, there's a lot to really love about Jaylen Royals. Don't get caught up on the Utah State thing. This guy had a 1.49 10-yard split. That's number 1 in the class among all receivers. 3.8 yards per route versus man coverage. That's 3rd best of any receiver in the class. 3 yards per route versus all coverages. That's 4th best in the class, all receivers. 7.9 yards after the catch per reception. That's 7th overall in the class. So, he's probably going to be a 3rd-round pick, maybe going to be a 4th-round pick. Led Utah State in receiving in both 23 and 2024, averaging 15.2 yards per reception in both of those years. Only played 7 games this year due to injury and put up 55 catches for 834 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's a strong, sure-handed wide receiver who always is fighting for extra yardage. One of the best threats in the country after the catch. Averages 7.9 yards after the catch. 7.9 yards. The injury history is a little bit of a concern, but, man, this is a hell of a player. Some people compare him to Stephon Diggs. He's just a really, really talented player. 3.8 yards per route run versus man coverage this year was 10th in the nation. 4.42 speed, the best 10-yard split of anybody in the class. He's quick. He's fast. He can beat man-to-man. I think he's a successful perimeter receiver in the NFL. Career 126.7 passer rating when targeted, which is second among all wide receiver prospects this year. If you look at his breakout year was 15 touchdowns in that second year. Career 64.1% contested catch percentage. Third among all wide receivers in yards after the catch per reception this year at 7.9. 90th percentile in the 40 at 4.42. I mean, this guy's going to be a steal. He's dynamic. He's a playmaker. 55 catches, 839 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 17 missed tackles forced in just 17 games. His most underrated skill is the fact that he is a contested catch monster. He's converted 64.3% of his attempts, arguably the best run after catch receiver in this crop in 2025. He's a big time talent. And if you watch him and you see this guy, you'll be like, wow, this guy really has some juice. I'm going to show you a little video from the Senior Bowl. Here he is at the Senior Bowl, and he shows a couple things here. He shows some strength and he shows some speed, and some quickness in and out of the break here. Here he is. He pushes the corner down, catches the ball, takes it upfield. There's a few faster receivers, but as you can see, he's strong. He's productive, very, very quick, gets off the line fast. This guy's going to be a good, productive NFL receiver. There's no question. And I think you're probably going to be able to get him at the beginning of day 3, early 4th round. He would be a great 4th round pick. And you're seeing some of the strength right there. Jaylen Royals. Remember that name. Tremendous player, really a tremendous player. And, Utah State, you think of Utah State, oh man, they don't produce that many big time players. Well, they kind of do. Utah State, had Bobby Wagner. Utah State's a little bit underrated as a program. And this kid's got a ton of talent. And if you watch him, the thing that stands out is that he's very efficient and he's really, really strong. He's finished his career with a 64% contested catch win rate. So he wins contested catches. The body control at the catch rate is really nice. He also does nice work against zone coverage. You're going to have to, investigate the foot injury and find out exactly where he's at. But, I mean, they clocked him this year at 21.1 miles per hour. And that's, right there with, give you an idea, Matthew Golden, who ran such an incredible 40 for Texas. I think it was sub 4.3, right? Matthew Golden, 20.4 miles per hour. Jaylen Royals, 21.1. So he's actually faster than Emeka Egbuka, who ran 4.48. They clocked him at 20.5 miles per hour. They've got Jaylen Royals at 21.1. So, to me, the 10-yard split is a big one for me too. The 1.49 10-yard split means he's quick, really quick. And that's number 1 in the class. He's got the best 10-yard split of anybody. Very, very productive player, not a diva. I really like this player. Now, I think he's going to be the kind of player that's going to be able to contribute right away in the NFL. And I think Royals is going to be good. I really do. To me, that 1.49 10-yard split really speaks to his quickness in and out, off the line of scrimmage. He gets off the line of scrimmage and he's productive. He's got strong hands. He plucks the ball with his hands. Really underrated player. Very underrated player. If the Niners need a receiver, but they probably need to prioritize D-line, O-line, linebacker on day 1 and day 2. So they may get to the beginning of day 3 still needing to add a receiver and looking for somebody who can contribute right away. And if this guy's foot injury checks out, Jaylen Royals, I think, is that guy. And they could probably grab him in the 4th round. So there you go. Jaylen Royals, Utah State, receiver to watch, no doubt in my mind. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Thanks to our friends at Sharp Corner Sports Cards and Collectibles. And now a word from our sponsor, a word from Aura. Thanks to Aura for sponsoring this video. Have you ever typed your name on the internet and seen all of your private information is online? Are you tired of receiving tons of spam calls from random numbers? Are you receiving more and more of these as time has gone on? Well, that's where Aura, the sponsor of today's show, can really help you out. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and spammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, your email, your home address, all your records, your health records, who your relatives are. It's all out there. That's why I've been using Aura. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it also protects me from hackers who could use the information to help them access my social media accounts, my bank accounts, or any other sensitive information. Aura also does so much more to protect me and my family from online threats I can't see. I get other features like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. It's really easy to set up. And best of all, I get everything at one affordable price. I value my privacy and I value yours. You can go to the link in the description to start your 2-week free trial. All right, thanks to Aura for sponsoring this video, and thanks to all of you guys for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.